Good morning, everyone. Oh, not morning where you're at? That's okay, because you can have eggs for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Welcome to episode 85 of Three Eggs Are Better Than One. I am Brad Stanton, along with fellow eggs Matt M. and Brian Haremza. Thank you all for the positive feedback from last week. It looks like I have a routine going. Just my observations. Maybe I should mix it up a little bit. We'll see. If it's your first time listening to the show, we do something called Sunny Side Up. It's our good news of the week. And this week, we start with Bryant.
Guys, I own a home. Oh, wait, no, I did that one. I'm sorry. We traveled? No, hold on, I did that one too. Um, as has been pointed out on the show here, I enjoy golf. I enjoy going out and playing a round of golf. It is kind of the relaxing thing that I try to do. One thing that I am not is good at it. I'm okay, but I'm not like obviously not a pro. I'm very okay. Last week I decided, decent day, decent work week. I was like, I'm going to go out and just try to let the cares go and have a golf round. As we all know, I was alone. Might as well go do it. Called a buddy, went out, and for somehow, I guess the stars aligned. Sunny side up is I played the best round of my entire life. It was the greatest round of golf I've ever played. I ended up shooting 4 under par, which is something I've never done before.
Wow.
I still have no idea how I pulled it off. And yeah, it was, I don't
What?
yeah, craziest round I've ever played.
Was it like best ball?
No,
400 par.
I couldn't, I hit everything perfect.
That's great.
It was the greatest round I've ever played.
Suspect.
It's not, no. Now again, now my personal best before this has been even par. So I played an even par round before. So it's not like this is like completely out of nowhere, but
You're good at golfing?
yeah, I golf every weekend. And then I try to
What?
get at least 1 or 2 rounds in during the week
Every
if I can.
weekend?
Yeah,
Well, is this the first we're hearing about this?
probably. Yeah. Every Saturday I am out. If I can't get out 1 or 2 times during the week, I golf every
One or
weekend.
two times during the week?
Yeah.
How do you play during the week?
You play at night. Like
What
you
is
get off
this?
work.
Is this like PlayStation golf
No, going out to the golf course. There's
with
3
real
golf courses.
clubs?
There's 3 golf courses here in town. Yeah.
How do you golf at night?
Doesn't get dark till like 10 o'clock here.
All right. Well, very good, Bryant. My sunny side up is you're not going to believe this is also golf related.
Hey.
A lot of golf lately.
Matt and I tried to get together for Top Golf. Our schedules didn't align. It was mostly my fault. But for Father's Day, Lotus bought me a Top Golf for me and her, and we went this past Tuesday. It was a really great day. Just an hour, me and her. I was just trying to hit the thing as far as I could. I mean, you're obviously supposed to hit it. Top Golf is like there's games, so you're like for those of you that don't know, you're at a driving range basically, but it's a facility. And you can get food and drinks, and also there's games on there that you hit this target. You can play the Hedgehog way, you can play the Angry Birds way. So we played a bunch of them. Really fun day. Really enjoyed it. We went at 10:30 in the morning, so it was like, all right, we got up and golfed, and then I took her out to breakfast afterwards. But it was really nice. What a great gift. It's nice that she bought us an experience, like something to do together, and it's just me and her. So that's my sunny side up. A lot of fun.
You take your daughter to Top Golf,
Well,
but
she took me.
not
She took me. She took me.
Difference. There's a
But
difference.
you went.
She paid.
But you went.
What
2 golfs.
Mhm.
Brian,
do you got?
I assume the answer is no, but have you ever hit a hole in one?
No, but I've been close.
Yeah. I'm not very good at golf. My dad was a very good golfer. He used to tell me that was one of his courses he took in college. If you can believe
Mhm.
that.
That is so I golfed a little in high school, and then that's also what I did. As a college course, I took golf.
What is this? All right, sunny side up. I don't know. I just have random things here. You're driving and you're at a stop, and people put advertisements on telephone poles, little local things. Well, how about sellmyshitbox.com? Familiar with this, Brad?
No.
It's for selling cars. I had to look it up. Sellmyshitbox.com. It must be your competitor.
Yeah.
So last night, as the eggs already know, I did something kind of cool. My buddy has a job where he works with some Hollywood folks, and he hosted a Q&A with the Broken Lizard Gang, which is the five writers, comedy troupe who written and performed in Super Troopers movies and a bunch of other comedies that are like kind of like cult hits. Tacoma FD was a TV show featuring some of them that I thought was very funny. And I've liked these guys for like 25 years. They've been friends since like they were like 18, and now they're in their mid to late 50s, and they're still going at it. By the time this publishes, the Super Troopers 3 will have been in the theater over the weekend. So they're still doing it. Anyways, it was cool. We hung out a little bit. And I got to ask a question, and they did this really good interview. And it was like it was a very intellectual, from a writer's perspective event. It wasn't just like fanboy, at them being asked the same questions they've been asked for 25 years. So that was a very fun experience.
No, that's awesome. I mean, I do like Super Troopers. I
Yeah.
don't think I saw Super Troopers 2.
Oh,
You
you
know
got
what?
to. You got to.
Very, very funny movie.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the several years later sequel, but
it did not like I would have assumed that it would have been terrible. And it was also like crowdfunded, but it got like a wide release, and I thought it was very good. It's funny. Rob Lowe's in it,
Yeah.
and it's a lot of
I did like
funny
them in the Dukes of Hazzard.
characters in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a different type of humor they have, but it's very, very collegiate type of humor, drinking and smoking pot and stuff. But it was funny. And finally, Bryant, I sent you a photo
Yes.
earlier today, and this is going to go perfectly right into Brad's hard boiled.
Okay.
Now, I have not called this number, but the band Queens of the Stone Age has unleashed a phone number that you can call a complaint hotline. No bitching too big, no whiny too tiny. Brad, you should just one day when you're hard boiled, just give that number a call. Lay it on them. It's a real thing.
And what? It's just a way to complain. Are they recording these?
I don't. You'll have to tell us.
Okay, 760 number.
I don't know. I didn't look it up.
You haven't called it yet?
I have not called it.
Ah.
I just learned about it right before I shared this with you today.
I'm looking at this. For those of you at home that are only listening, this is a yellow sign says "Get Heard," and there's three old school phones with three hands. One's bigger than the other. This is a really unique way of marketing.
So you should call and complain that their flyer is not up to your standards.
It doesn't make any sense, right? No whiny too tiny. I don't know if I like that either.
All right.
What's with this? You know better, comma. Now's your chance. All caps and an exclamation point. Yeah. Now I'll tell you right now, I got complaints about all this grammar here.
This could not have gone better.
Complaint hotline underline Queens of the Stone Age bold print. Two of them with nail polish. I don't even know if that's necessary.
Okay.
Get heard.
All right. Let's go to the next topic.
All right. So that brings me to hard boiled. And just a couple things this week. I want to tell you something about my job I don't like. And you normally don't talk about my job. We're going to talk about it. So, my least favorite thing about the car business is moving cars in and out of the showroom. I hate it. I hate it. It's dangerous. I'm not very good at it. I'm backing up an Escalade IQ backwards. This thing is thousands and thousands of pounds. And it barely fits through the door. Height and width. It's horrible. But my biggest complaint, even more so, is that customers, for some reason, flock to this. You're moving a car out of the showroom. You're moving a car into the showroom. Let's make sure we get right behind you. And they know what they're doing. And all of a sudden, you know what this new technology is, right? If someone jumps in the back of you, no, you're not hitting them. You know why? Because the brakes slam. And let me tell you something about these brakes. They don't feel like brakes. They feel like you hit something. Enough already. Stay out of the way. I don't like it as it is. This is not a circus act, okay? This is not, I'm not with the rings, or I'm not doing anything special. I'm just trying to get the car out and get in. Go have a seat, please. We'll be with you shortly.
Why would anybody be anywhere near that operation?
It's something about it. There's something about it.
I would be so far away from it because of the danger level.
It's like an attraction to it. It's like attraction to the. It's like when you're grilling and everybody has to. I've heard of this. Everybody has to watch you grill. Well, if you're moving a car out, everybody's got to watch you do it. Hey, that's pretty tough. Like that, they should all have beers, and then they get behind you. It's so brutal. Recently, this will be a combination of Sunny Side Up, Hard Boiled. I don't know if we mentioned it last week that YouTube TV now has ESPN Unlimited included in the subscription, which is great. Now I can save $30 a month. However, there are some problems with YouTube TV that really upset me, and I want to tell you what they are. One, I have notifications on my phone for my sporting events, and that's usually because I'm not watching them all the time. So I know every time the Phillies score, I know the halftime or when the Eagles score, and I like the halftime of the Flyers and Sixers. Well, the scoring's the problem because YouTube TV has a lag, and I will get a notification if I'm watching the game. Now, a lot of times I'm not watching the game. I watch what I can. A notification that it's 1-0, and I'm watching it 0-0 right now. That's frustrating. That's frustrating. So I try to remember to turn off my notifications if I'm watching, but you don't always. That's just a frustrating thing. Second thing I don't like about YouTube TV. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the internet problem or what, but I will have watched a show and then it should say watched on my DVR. But sometimes it messes up. And it's more often than not that all of a sudden something I was saying, here's the thing with wrestling. I'm not watching all at once. I've watched 30 minutes of NXT, 40 minutes of NXT. Sometimes it goes back to 17 minutes. Sometimes it goes back to 14 minutes. I know I finished SmackDown, but guess what? It says I didn't. This is a frustration. We live in a world where this stuff should be handled and should be handled right away.
I agree. And if I may comment, I think HBO Max is guilty of this. So like, you're watching a show and then the credits come up and you don't want to sit there and watch the whole credits and make sure the whole thing finishes. You exit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't it be smart enough that, okay, now it's a week later, the next episode is now available. You go to the show, you click on it, it should start the next episode. Nope. It brings me to where I paused it in the credits of the previous episode. How stupid is that?
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible. Sue has to tell me all the time that we've already watched something because I don't know, especially wrestling, where sometimes I'm all in, no pun. Sometimes I'm half in, and I don't know if I watched something. Anyway, that's all. Hard boiled. Matt gave me extra hard boiled this week. Which brings us to Egg Beaters. And Egg Beaters is wrestling reaction. So we're wrestling heavy this week. We had a big show this weekend, SummerSlam. And we're not going to bore you to tears with a 40-minute topic, but we're going to give you a couple of our favorite moments each. So, Bryant, what do you got for us?
A couple of moments I enjoyed. It's hard to kind of pick between both nights. But for me, and we'll probably step on toes. I'll just be honest. We probably all like the same thing. There's many things to have liked from this weekend. One for me that got me a little emotional, I can admit, the return of Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens went out a year and a half ago with a neck injury, neck surgery. When you have neck injuries like this, you don't know if you're coming back. You don't know the severity. You don't know what's going to happen. And to see him make his long-awaited return, get a great reaction, and also win the match, become the number one contender. It's a great kind of full circle comeback completion story. And to hear him on the post show also talking about people who helped inspire him to kind of help get back into the groove, I thought that was great. Shout out to Rebel as she fights ALS as well. I thought that was great. And then for me, I will consider another highlight. There is this woman's wrestler. Her name is Chelsea Green. She is kind of the underdog. She has this great fan following, but doesn't get that main event spot, doesn't get that world title spot. And that weekend at SummerSlam, she finally gets it. Gets the moment, gets to win the title. She is the interim, of course, but to us now, she is the WWE Women's Champion. To see her have that moment, to see the excitement from not just people in WWE, but outside of it as well, people who are fans of hers, I thought it was a great moment and a great culmination of the Chelsea Green story as well.
Wonderful moments chosen by you. I agree. I'm going to go a different direction, but I am happy for Chelsea Green. We watch a show called Unreal, which is behind the scenes of WWE, and definitely someone that you definitely can get behind.
Mhm.
And I was really excited to see her win. I'm going to talk about a positive and I'm going to talk about a negative. So there was a really weird match. And for those of you at home that don't really follow wrestling, good guys, bad guys, heels, baby faces. There was LA Knight, Royce Keys, and Solo Sikoa, who are, I don't know what they are together. Like I would say LA Knight's a baby face. I would say Solo Sikoa was a tweener at the time, and Royce Keys has kind
Mhm.
of turned into a heel against the Usos, who are acting very heelish, but everybody can't stop rooting for them. And Jacob Fatu, which we don't really know either. I thought they pulled this off, and I was really pleasantly surprised. And I thought Solo Sikoa, who has been ever since the bloodline broke up with Roman Reigns, has, I don't know, kind of been a joke to me, as in like
Mhm.
whatever character he was kind of play. Well, him as a babyface in this moment and him kind of shining and being funny, I thought it was great. I thought it worked. And I hope they kind of keep moving that forward. Now the negative. Look, I'm a fan of the Bella twins. I'm a fan of Paige. And I'm definitely a fan of what's her name? What's the group's name?
Fatal Influence.
Fatal Influence, thank you. And I knew what was going to happen. I felt Fatal Influence, who was the young and up and coming the ladies. I thought they were going to they were going to win over the veterans. But what I 100% knew and was extremely disappointed was that the Bella twins were going to turn on Paige, because I mean I felt like Nikki Bella stood there for so long waiting for the whatever her cue was to hit her. How many times have we seen this? They've done more face turns
Yeah.
and heel turns than the Big Show.
I mean, the only thing I can say to that is that was a course correction because of Nikki's injury from a few months ago.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, they lost. I don't know why they have to hate her. They're going to be feuding two against one.
Yeah, at this point, yeah.
Gives
I
them
don't
a
know.
reason to, you know, extend, right? They always need reasons to extend.
It's strange how these Hall of Famers are still wrestling.
Yeah, well, they're only like early 40s.
But don't you assume as when you become a Hall of Famer, you're supposed to be done?
You're supposed to be done, yeah.
In real sports.
And in wrestling up until now,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I
Look, I'm
mean,
a Bella fan twin. I
Rey,
am our Bella
Rey
fan twin.
Mysterio. I mean, the Bellas were retired when they were inducted. Rey Mysterio was very much on the active roster
Yeah,
when.
Yep.
and had no plans to retire.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Matt.
I agree with everything that was said. Highlight for me is one of my favorites, Liv Morgan. Beautiful young lady from New Jersey, who I think is one of the greatest performers they have on the roster. She can wrestle phenomenally, and you could see the path in her career where she's gotten better and better and better at that. She can talk. She makes you love her. She makes you hate her. She's funny. Um, she's very much like the Miz in that whatever her assignment is, she understood the assignment and she's gonna hit it out of the park. And she's racking up big legitimate wins, and she entertains the heck out of me, and I couldn't root for her more.
Yeah, I love her too.
Uh,
And Sue loves her.
and
Watching Unreal.
and she was also covered in Unreal because she had to come back from an injury, and man, did I love watching that little segment.
Nailed it.
I thought the main events were great, and I thought Danhausen sucked because I'm just
Boo.
not on Team Danhausen. I mean, he takes off his gimmick gear, and now he's just in his wrestling gear, and I'm like, you look like Brad out there trying to wrestle. Like, what's going on here?
He wishes.
He wishes he looked like Brad.
Uh, I mean, it would be a mistake not to mention Chad Gable as well, winning his first
Yes.
individual title. So it was a
Yeah.
great moment for him. He brought his family in the ring again.
How about
Yeah.
that mug root beer spot? Like,
Oh,
yeah, I
that
mean,
was strange.
that was a strange spot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let
both
them make let
Gotta
them
love
make
gotta love that corporate synergy.
yeah, let them make their money.
Both main events were good, and I was still happy. I was kind of happy for Baron Corbin
Yeah.
to come back and get a win. It was different. I know you're a big Carmella fan. I know Matt. Every time
Yeah,
there's a,
it's just another person taking Melo's spot.
Mhm.
but he's a good heel. No one roots for him.
He's had a lot of ups and downs. I have
Yeah.
not liked he's done his best with whatever he's been given,
Yeah,
but I don't like I don't care for everything that he's been given.
I think it was a way to get Trick out of move him on to the next level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
All
true.
right.
And
But
I
it
do
was-
want to throw in there quick as a shout out. Brad mentioned the Bella twins, Brie Bella. get well wishes,
Injury.
broken, with her injury, ended up being essentially like a broken shoulder blade is what it
Wow.
came out to.
Well,
So
maybe Paige can fill in for her.
at that point, probably. So
Yeah, definitely well wishes. Which brings us to undercooked eggs, and this is disappointments. Let's go back. Benson Boone. Took my wife to see it several months ago. Everybody's heard it. If you've listened to this show at all, I've mentioned the Surfsides several times, maybe multiple times. But there's more to it. Benson Boone was not a cheap ticket. It was at the Wells Fargo Center. It's called something else now, Comcast Xfinity. And as we got closer to the show, the ticket prices dropped and dropped and dropped to the point where I could have got into that concert with my wife for probably $80, and I spent a lot more than that. Not to mention the Surfsides that we're not going to talk about for standing room tickets, by the way. In the pit.
Yeah,
So,
G&A.
similar situation coming up. Sue wanted to go see Morgan Wallen. So they hit, and they're way expensive. Like I'm like, there's just no way I'm spending this kind of money on it. But we made a deal. We're going to go down to the stadium and we're going to wait it out. Because why? Because we know what happened with Benson Boone, who's a big star as well, not Morgan Wallen big star, but pretty big star. So we're getting closer to the show, and I'm not seeing much movement with the tickets. This is all Sue wants. This is what she wanted to do for her birthday, for Christmas, for the whole year. And it got to be the day of the show. And unfortunately, it's not my money. It's not her money. It's our money. And as much as you want to do something, it just did not make sense to go down to this show. When it was all said and done, the tickets that I would have wanted, which are not on the field, but also not behind the stage. I'd want to be in the 100 level of the Lincoln Financial Field and in the seats. And I was willing to spend a few $100s a piece, but they were at this point $1,000 a piece an hour before the show started.
That's really wild.
And she really wanted to do this, but I told her, but she also did not want to spend that money either. To go down there and spend $2,000 for tickets, $65 to park, and probably $300 for Surfsides. We could go on a cruise, or at least put a big dent in one. You know what I mean? For the two of us. And one night compared to several nights of a good time, it's just not worth it as much as it's a disappointment. So big disappointment that we didn't get to go, but I just you got to be realistic. And we knew a lot of people that went. I have a friend that his son bought one of those signed guitars. I think they were $1,000.
Jesus.
I don't understand. And we're not talking rich people here. It's just I don't know. There's being a fan. Like I spent too much money for WrestleMania, and I've talked about that on the show too. And I almost feel irresponsible about it. And I said I'll never do that again. But yeah, undercooked eggs.
Yeah, that sucks. I mean, I've been to many concerts and things changed with the pricings and post COVID and it's tough. I'd be disappointed too. I feel bad for you. He's definitely a huge star. He's got a lot of fans, a lot of female fans. You can get him next time.
Yeah, get them next time.
And you can use all that money now to spoil the grandson. So
Absolutely.
There you go.
All right, Bryant. No, is it Bryant or is it Matt this week?
It's Bryant.
me.
Thought I put it wrong on the outline. All right, Bryant. What's with the omelet this week?
You did it wrong last week.
I did.
That's what it was.
There's
a lot of
always
things.
something wrong.
There's always
Oh, yeah.
something.
I've never
Yeah,
spelled
And
omelet right.
You've
ever.
never spelled omelet the same way twice.
That's true. I do love it because I'll leave myself a note and I'll put omelet down and I'll just copy and paste it over and it always gives me the red line to show corrections.
The red squiggle.
The red squiggle. So with my job, I travel a ton. I'm on the road a lot. And as my fellow eggs could probably attest to this, after a while, sometimes the podcasts, you just get a little bored. So you throw on the music. And when you throw on music, what you just recycle through everything. A few weeks ago, as I was traveling, doing everything I do for work, a group of songs just played back to back to back to back. And I realized that these are all just one hitters. It's a one hit wonder. Because when you think about it, there's nothing after this. I don't have any other songs from these people. I've never even seen them perform again or have any other or know of any other songs they came out with. So my thought this week was let's talk about some of our favorite one-hit wonders. What's on our playlist? What's a band or a song that's on our that we listen to that we enjoy? And why not give them a little spotlight again? Because I'm sure we all don't have the same one-hit wonders here.
There's a ton of them.
And there's so many. That's the thing. There are so many that's too many to count. But I'm gonna give a few, and then as I said, I gave my fellow egg some homework. I know this is Matt's wheelhouse completely, so I figured he was gonna be extra excited for
I'm
this topic.
excited, and I have too much to say.
Oh, I'm sure, and I have a great list. Again, this is another one of those that could easily be a 2-part episode. It easily come back again later.
Definitely.
To be around here. So we'll hit a few right now. For me, a song that is one that came on while I was driving. It's called Butterfly by Crazy Town.
Yes, great song.
A song that I enjoy, a song that Sue hates with a passion. And I think that's part of why I also enjoy playing it sometimes. But a song that I remember from when I was younger, it was always something that just stuck in my head. The lyrics, the beat for the song, it's always something that just kind of stuck with me. And it's just and again, you never hear from them. I could never tell you another Crazy Town song except this one.
I
And
think
I just
the guy died.
maybe I'll take your word for that one. I have no idea. But it's just a song that's the lyrics to it just kind of always just stick. It's what makes that one hit wonder something that is always there. It's always that song that sticks around in your head. So I'm gonna throw Butterfly on here as part of my list here. Another song that popped on when I was listening, Stacy's Mom by Fountains of Wayne. The song is fantastic. It's if you see the video, it's a homage to Fast Times or not Fast Times. Oh God, I can't think of the movie now. There's a scene in it where it's an homage to the movies, but it's basically the writer of the song basically even said that like it comes out of one of his friends not having a crush on his mom, but his grandma. And he just kind of rewrote it to be the mom because it just made sense for the time, which of course it does. But I just always think that it's kind of catchy and it's just something you can make fun of. And especially with your friends, it's just something to sing that's funny.
I liked it from a commercial. The commercial with the van, and the mom was Stacy's mom, and she's opening the van, letting everybody in the van. I don't remember what it was
Yeah.
for, but I always thought it was a good song too.
Oh, yeah. One that I don't even know if you guys have heard of myself, but it's called Handlebars by Flowbot.
Flowbots, that was on my list.
Oh, nice. All right. See, I didn't think we'd have any together, but there we go.
I didn't think you'd have that one.
Yeah, especially that one. Yeah. Because I don't know a lot of people who know that
Very
song.
unique song.
Yes, very unique song. It's just, and that's what makes it so interesting to me. It's a song that I enjoy. It's the story of just kind of like the world around us, what he's dealing with, what he's seeing, and just our perceptions of everything. And can you ride your bike with no handlebars? I've tried, but everybody always tries to do it. So I'll also, if Matt wants to talk about that, I'll save that for him a little bit as well. I'm going to spotlight a person real quick here. Travie McCoy. He is part of the Gym Class Heroes, but he also had a solo album that came out called Lazarus. I love that album. It's kind of different than what he did with Gym Class Heroes, and it's his own kind of take on the song. He has the song that everyone would know is Billionaire with Bruno Mars that came out off that album. But he's got songs with CeeLo Green on there and just kind of just the dynamics of the different songs, and kind of he takes it as a different approach to what he did with Gym Class Heroes. So it's a great album. I'd recommend that to anybody out there. So something different as well. I'll do one more and then I'll pass it to my fellow eggs here. Because this one took the world over, and I feel like everybody knows this one. Somebody That I Used to Know by Gautier.
Oh yeah, Gautier. Yeah.
I love that song.
Yeah, the song is
Interesting
the song is great. Yeah,
It's an interesting song.
yeah, it's an interesting song. I love the beat to it because it kind of that mellow beat that just that ticking sound just kind of keeps you going with it, and just kind of his song. I also think that he doesn't get loud with the song. When he sings his parts, it's this low kind of just tone like he's talking. and I think that kind of just sucks you into the song even more. But it took over the song, like it was I heard it everywhere, and it still kind of gets sampled
Oh,
in
that was a
songs
very
now.
big deal.
Yeah, and it still gets sampled in songs now because now there's another song that's been out called "Anxiety" that uses that same beat. So it's funny now when it comes on the radio. I'm like, oh, it's this song. No, it's this other song now. But I'll throw that on there as another one that's a one hit wonder for me. So I've done a few. Let me pass it to my fellow eggs. What do you guys have?
I have a
I
lot.
mentioned, can I mention expired egg real quick that you guys might
Please.
not know? Glenn Hansard died recently,
Yeah.
Irish singer,
Mm.
and I just wanted to mention that. I mean, I would say more of a cult following on him, and just wanted to put that out there that he was. I thought he was really good. I do like that song, "Falling Slowly," um, and he died in a motorcycle accident, and it's just you guys triggered me with this right now, so I just wanted to mention him and that expired egg gone too soon.
Yeah, too bad. So he's Irish, and Sue loves this other Irish musician. His name is Damien Rice. Maybe you've heard of him.
Mm.
Hmm.
So, like maybe 10 years ago now, we went to see Damien Rice in the city, which was fucking amazing and very captivating. To have one guy on stage have a crowd completely silent, eating out of his hand is crazy. But he brought out Glenn Hansard, and Glenn played a few songs with him. So
Yeah.
nice that we got to see him.
They're having a tribute to him in Asbury Park this weekend. Guy I work
Oh,
with is there actually. So I just wanted to mention
Nice.
that. Matt, you can go ahead with your one hit wonders.
well, we got some outside contributions from Bober, so I'm going to mention them. We know these songs. Take on Me by Aha. Of course, everybody knows that song. How about The Freshman by the Verve Pipe? Beautifully tragic song that came out when I was a freshman in high school. And not the Verve Pipe, but the Verve had Bittersweet Symphony. Everybody knows that song. Dun, dun,
Mhm.
dun, 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 dun. Come on Eileen by Dexy's Midnight Runners and the Emerald Express. I didn't know that was the artist.
I did, and I had that on my list because that was like one of those end of the night
Hmm.
songs all the time at the bar or at a
Oh yeah.
party.
Yeah.
Always loved that song.
So those were from Bober. I would say okay, guys, this is actually amazing. So I like using AI for certain XYZ things. There's a lot of controversial things that might be out there in the world we're in right now. But here's what I did. So I still have a very vast iTunes library that I still actively maintain. I exported an XML data file, uploaded it to ChatGPT, and told it to search all that data and pull out the best one hit wonders. And it did. And it was so cool. So I think my favorite one is Possum Kingdom by the Toadies. You guys, maybe you don't know by name, but you definitely know the song, Brad. I
I'm
will
not sure.
treat you well, my sweet angel.
Yeah,
So help me, Jesus.
very
Great.
good, Matt. Very good.
Inagata Davida by Iron Butterfly. Come on. You don't know
Yeah.
that song? How about Stuck
I
in the
do.
Middle with You?
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Healer's Wheel. I think that was in Reservoir Dogs, so had some life there. Blind Melon, No Rain. I mean, they were a great band, but they didn't have any other hits. And the
Well,
guy
that's weird
died.
to think of it like that.
Didn't have
But
any
they're
other
a
hits,
household name.
and the guy died. Um, Cumbersome by Seven Mary 3. Another great song. Remember that song? Cumbersome. Popular by Nada Surf. This is like all my growing up era, man. This is great stuff. Sex and Candy, Marcy Playground.
Of course.
Wonderful song.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this song. This was it might have been in Scream or something back in the day. It's called Got You Where I Want You by The Flies.
Very good.
Want you where I want you.
I like the singing aspect of this
Got
show.
Yeah.
you where
This is
It's
great.
nice. I think we might have to do it once a month.
another song's called Low by Cracker. Probably know that song too if you heard it.
I know Cracker.
Like me being you, girl, like being low.
I
All
know
right,
Uncle Cracker.
not Uncle Cracker.
Ah, okay.
So those were some of the musical ones. I wrote down three people's names. It does not have to do with music.
It's tough.
So David Tyree is the New York Giants football player who made the helmet catch in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's the only thing he ever did.
It's true.
He had 5 catches that season. He had 2 catches in the Super Bowl in the fourth quarter. One was a touchdown, and the other one was the helmet catch.
Why was he even throwing to him?
And that was the last catch of his career.
Jeez.
Insanity. How about this? Dwayne Wise. You know who that is? He
The
was
name sounds familiar,
he's an
but
outfielder on the White Sox. He was a defensive replacement at the end of Mark Burley's perfect game and made the most spectacular running catch to rob a home run in the top of the ninth inning to save the perfect game. It is the only thing he ever did, and it's phenomenal. It's the only thing he ever did. And how about Tommy John? I mean, you're just known for being shoulder
surgeries.
surgery. What a shit
Mm.
thing to be associated with. You know, this guy had his own career, but that's not what he's known for.
No one cares about his career.
All right. Well, I really enjoyed doing the research. I mentioned this last time, but I was going to do a one-hit wonder episode, and I wasn't sure how to put it together. So I'm glad this came together. Now I'll shut up.
It's really tough with the people, more so than I thought it was going to be about them being a one-hit wonder, like a movie star or something like that. Because they have done other movies, but you're really only known for one movie. And I
Mhm.
guess that's the case because these guys are singing other songs. So they are one-hit wonders too. But I did Alex Winter. Do you know who he is?
The name sounds familiar, but
Well,
yeah,
it's from Bill and Ted's Excellent
Yeah.
Adventure,
yeah,
opposite Keanu
okay.
Reeves. Not
Yeah.
really known to do much else.
No.
Um, and this one, it's a
I don't
little,
even know if he's Bill or Ted.
he's Bill.
It's
And this
Bill.
is, or wait, he's Ted. I don't know. This one, Mark Hamill. I mean, let's face it. Luke Skywalker was really it. I know he's voiced Chucky in some weird ass cartoons, but
Mhm.
he's really a terrible actor. A very,
He's not
very terrible actor.
Not a good actor.
It's like
Yeah.
they ran out of money. They,
The-
they,
the-
you know, they ran
The
out of money
lead-
and said, "This is
Yeah.
it. This is all we can do."
The lead Star Wars actor is always a bad actor. I mean, the kid from
I mean,
Phantom Menace.
Harrison Ford was great in that, I thought. And then you have Mark Hamill. He's probably like, "Oh my gosh, I am working with this kid."
Mm.
Peter Ostrom, Charlie from Willy Wonka and the
Oh,
Chocolate
right.
Factory, the
The only
original.
thing he ever
Yep.
did.
Yeah, he didn't do anything else. He's like, yeah,
Yeah.
he's got out of acting altogether.
He was already out of acting when the movie came out.
Yeah. Um, I wanted to mention this movie that I mentioned before was The Thing You Do, and it's about a group called the Wonders. At
Mhm.
first, they were the Wonders with a O-N-E, like the Oneaters, and then they changed it during the movie to the Wonders, and the movie's about a one-hit wonder. It starred, Tom Hanks, Steve Zahn, and Liv Tyler. A good movie, but I just thought it was worth mentioning. So the songs I picked: "Come On, Feel the Noise" by Quiet Riot. Come on, feel the
Oh.
noise. Um,
Exactly.
Of course
Safety
we know
Dance.
it.
You can dance if you want to.
Yeah.
You know that song. Men Without Hats. What a great name for a band.
That's a great name.
99 Luft Balloons by Nina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
99 Luft Balloons. Yeah, it's good
Yeah.
stuff. And then now this song, Afternoon Delight. I think about it with Anchorman when they're
Yes.
when they're all singing it together.
Sure.
Starland Vocal Band. What is that?
No idea.
What kind of name is that? And then I think
Is it a cappella?
I don't know.
Must be.
And finally, for me, this is kind of from the 80s for me. "Don't Worry, Be Happy" by Bobby McFerrin.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
worry. I mean, what was that stupid song?
I
And it
know
just caught on.
every
did.
song that you mentioned, I knew, and I knew zero of the artists until you said them.
Mhm. Yeah, it's "Don't Worry, Be Happy." That's to this day, they make shirts that say that.
Yeah.
It's really stuck. So that is my
So,
list. So back to you,
yeah.
Brian. I'm sure you're going to round it out here.
So I'm gonna round it out. I've got 2 more on here. I'm gonna mention another band that I do enjoy. Crossfade. I don't know if you guys have heard of Crossfade.
Yes.
They had one album that came out in 2004. It's 10 songs, but man, it is a great album. And Cold, Starless, Colors would probably be songs that would probably be out there for people to know. It's a great album. It's kind of a grunge metal, kind of like, I don't know how you want to call it. It kind of gets rounded into a couple different categories, but that album just hits. I don't know what it is about it. It's another one, like I said, with Travie McCoy's, but that whole album, I could just play it on loop all the time. It's a fantastic album. Gets you hyped up, gets you pumped up too if you want something like that for sports or anything like that. But just a great album. And again, one album gone, and it's just crazy how that works. So, and then I will round it out. Brad mentioned, from the '80s. I'm going to mention one from my youth that is the ultimate one-hit wonder to me, because it is still a hit song now that you can still hear everywhere. It's Bop by Hanson. That song like took over my youth. My friends all loved it. It is still a song that is on my playlist now. It will still play in the car. I love annoying Sue with it because she thinks it's dumb. But I still like watching her eventually get into it. No idea what Mbop is. No idea what any of the lyrics are during the refrain. Makes absolutely no sense. But I think that's what makes it appealing. And sometimes that's what makes the one hit wonder the thing it is, because it sucks you in to just make you want to keep listening to it to understand it. And the more you listen to do that, it just gets stuck. So I got to include Hanson in Mbop.
Funny
Yeah.
story about Hanson. One time, David Letterman had them on the show, and he sang their song, and then they sat down and he looked at them and he looked at the crowd and he looked at them. He goes, "Okay, time to go," and they left. And he looked at Paul and he looked at the crowd. He goes, "What am I supposed to say to these guys? Am I supposed to talk to these guys? What am I supposed to say to these guys?" So then he reintroduces them. They sit down again. He says two words to them. He goes, "All right, time to go again." They were in on it. They were in
Yeah.
on it, but it was pretty
It's
funny
just
stuff.
funny. So
Very good, Bryant.
yeah, there we
I
go.
think we can do a 10-parter. Let's start next
Easily.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which brings us, Matt, to raw eggs.
I
Sit
don't know
back,
if you
relax, and enjoy the show.
I don't know if you realize it when you constructed this outline, but the back half is very Mad M heavy. So strap
Oh,
in.
man.
So strap in. Guys, the best Facebook follow that I have is the Merriam-Webster dictionary. Smart, intelligent, hilarious, informative. Recently, they had a post that said, "We hope this post about orphaned negatives makes you gruntled." An orphan negative is a word that feels like it should have a related word, but doesn't. Like nonchalant is an orphan negative because there is no word chalant. Here's some more unpaired words.
Yeah.
Disgusting. There is no gusting. Incognito. There's no cognito. Nonplussed. No plussed. Off-putting. There's no pudding. Repeat. There's no Pete. Discombobulate. There's no combobulate. Disdain. No Dane. Inert. No ert. Disperse. No burst. Implode. No plode. When I saw this post like a month ago, I was like, oh, this is show material right here. I'm ripping it right off and we're talking about it on the show. Orphaned negatives.
Is that it?
No.
Okay.
I was about to say that was a quick one. All right.
I have two things for raw eggs, but I thought
Jeez.
I loved it. I love that shit.
I always say Pete and repeat.
Pete and repeat.
Hey, here's Pete. Now there's repeat. When someone repeats Pete,
Mm.
funny.
So this is comes from a news story just from the last, I don't know, 24 to 48 hours. And I just thought it was interesting, and it reminded me of another topic that had been sitting on my list that I hadn't really found a place to insert yet. And so here we go.
Here we are. Raw eggs.
BMW users, a lot of the cars have an infotainment screen on the inside, right? Connected and all that. Well, recently, the new Spider-Man movie has come out and doing very well. BMW snuck in advertisements inside people's cars on the video screens and angered their luxury car owners because people are like, I paid, six figures for this luxury car, and you are without permission invading and forcing me to either experience this ad or it's in the way and you have to wait for it to finish or whatever, click past it, to get to something that you already own. So here we are. We all know we're in this world where advertising is crazy, nonstop, in your face. And I was just talking to somebody today, and It's very hard to scroll like a website and read an article, right? Because there's three, four different styles of ads getting in your way. It's like they don't even want you to read the article. And, the more we ignore the ads, the more ads they're going to put there. So it's this vicious circle that's never going to end. But I thought this was very interesting. I'm very against the idea.
Yeah.
BMW also tried to get people who bought cars with seat warmers to pay a monthly subscription fee to activate the seat warmers. Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm not.
No.
That can't happen. Can it happen?
No, people rebelled and they decided against it.
Seat warmers. If you're buying a BMW, you're getting seat warmers.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's in the car. You have to pay extra to turn them on. How greedy can you be?
Oh,
Apparently really greedy.
Now, what this really reminded me of, and something that I've been wanting to bring up forever, was in 2014 when U2 decided they were going to plop their new album on everybody's iPhone without asking. And can I tell you, I was a first person victim of this. I was on the bus commuting to work. I was listening to music on my iPhone, and a song came on, and I was like, "What on earth is this? This does not sound like a song from my library that I would own." And I looked down, and it said "U2" from the Songs of Innocence album, and I said, "What the fuck is this? I would never have a U2 song on my phone." And later that day was the rebellion where the whole world came down on them and Apple for deciding it was cool to just give this album away for free to people who didn't want it.
I don't agree with you at all.
You
It's
don't agree
free.
with
This is
me?
the complete opposite of paying for something. This is
It's
something that's free.
it's invasive. I didn't want it. They took time from me that they didn't earn. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't know about that one,
I
man.
do not like that. The whole world is trying to compete for your attention, and they violated that because I didn't give them permission.
This does not compare to the seat warmers.
It reminded me. The
Mm.
Spider-Man ad reminded me of this.
As someone in the business of cars, I can't even imagine the out. Oh, forget it.
Yeah.
Forget it. They're mad about the XM that they got to pay for after 3 years.
Yeah.
It's not
Yep.
even, it's just part of the radio. So that you don't get that. That was yep. OnStar, stuff like that.
Huh?
Yeah.
Raw eggs.
Songs of Innocence, it was called.
Yeah. By the way, just to keep the thing going here, Tobey Maguire's still the best Spider-Man. Just saying.
Yeah, no doubt
Just
about
for
it.
you, Matt.
Tom Holland's getting paid
Golf,
$20 million.
Golf and Spider-Man. What'd you say
Yeah.
about Tom Holland?
He's paid $20 million for the movie, and I would have to say that's a discount compared to what that thing is making. It's already made 1.1 billion
Yeah.
as we record,
Hasn't
not
even
as
been
this
out a
airs.
week, right?
Yeah.
Or I guess a week. Yeah.
Amazing.
Crazy.
Wonderful job, guys. Which brings us to Duck Age, which are facts, obscure facts. I used to do this topic by myself, but I think obscure facts, it's kind of fun to do it, quick hitters, because there's a lot of little obscure facts out there. So, Bryant, what did you come up with this week?
So I decided to do a little bit of history because I enjoy history as well. It's a fun thing for me. So I decided to get a couple history facts that I think are fun. During World War II, a Great Dane named Juliana was awarded the Blue Cross Medal. She extinguished an incendiary bomb by peeing on it. I think that's amazing. I know Matt is not a fan of dogs,
No,
but
and he
a
loves that we
dog,
bring it up every episode.
but a dog getting a medal like this in the war is fantastic. That's a great compliment,
It
an
is. It's
amazing
wonderful.
thing to have. So,
Finally, a good story about an animal.
there we go. On that note, let me give you a bad story about an animal.
Of course. Got to check
And
all the box. Got to check the golf box, the Tobey Maguire box, and the fucking dogs box.
This guy acts like he doesn't shove stuff down our throat every single week.
Every
Okay?
week. In 1386, yes, fantastic long time ago. Did you know a pig was executed in France? That's right. In the Middle Ages, a pig attacked a child who went on to die later from his wounds. The pig was arrested, kept in prison, and then sent to court and stood trial for murder.
Come on.
Can I tell this story?
Obviously was found guilty and then executed by hanging.
Did he have a lawyer?
I have no idea. They didn't give me that
Hanging?
detail when I looked it up. But yeah, because I saw it and immediately did research on. No, this did happen. This is a real thing. It was basically the pig broke out of its wherever they had it, and this child was there, and it attacked this child. Child dies from the wound, dies from the injuries, and yeah, they went after this pig, which I think is crazy. But
This has very much Saint Guinevere vibes.
a little bit.
If
But
you
they
guys
don't
remember
honor
Saint
this pig.
Guinevere,
They don't honor the pig though. It is just it's just a monster to them.
very good, Bryant. Some great stories there. So,
Yeah.
for those of you at home, there was going to be an episode about SpongeBob that got scratched many, many months ago. And I decided I'm not going to do the episode on SpongeBob. And even though now we've decided we could do it, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give some fun facts about our favorite sponge, SpongeBob SquarePants. You all know him. The original name of the character was initially named Sponge Boy,
Oh.
but a trademark mop forced the name change. So there's a mop out there that is called Sponge Boy that said, no, 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 that is already taken. But the creator kept the sponge in the name so that kids would not think that he was. What would you say he is if he's not a sponge?
A man, a boy.
Cheese. He looks
Okay.
like cheese.
He does look
Sure.
like cheese. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why he kept the name Sponge in there. Execs bought the show after a Hawaiian themed terrarium presentation. So they were watching this Hawaiian themed presentation and said, we got something here. SpongeBob SquarePants, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob, also voiced Gary, Patchy, and the French narrator.
Patchy or Patrick?
No, Patchy the pirate.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Patchy.
Yeah, Patchy the pirate.
Patrick is the guy that played Dauber in.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sure you knew that, Matt.
Yes, we've talked about that.
Tom Kenny hits his throat repeatedly
Oh,
to make the warbling sound. Sounds dangerous. Creator Steven Hillenbrand taught ocean science before animation. The original comic, SpongeBob, evolved from an educational comic called The Intertidal Zone. A single 11-minute episode, Matt, and you can find out for me if this is correct, takes up to 10 months to make.
Yeah, I mean, Seth MacFarlane has said that it takes almost a year to make an episode of Family Guy.
An episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One episode.
Yeah.
How does that work? They've been making it for, they have 20 episodes.
That with until computer stuff's caught up with it. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Bikini Bottom sits beneath Bikini Atoll, a real nuclear test site. SpongeBob's driver's license lists his birthday as July 14th, 1986.
Oh.
He's getting up there now.
Yeah, he is.
He's older than you, Bryant.
He is older than me.
Patrick is depicted as an unintelligent starfish because real starfish lack brains.
Yeah.
This is true.
Squidward's anatomy: an octopus with 6 tentacles, despite the name Squidward. The Krabby, this is the most obvious one ever. The Krabby Patty recipe is rumored to be completely vegetarian. Well, I don't think they have any cows down there.
Yeah.
What do you mean rumored? Unless they're eating the squirrel that's down there, that's what it is. It's fish.
Is it not crab?
Vegetarian. It could be any. Oh, crab. Okay, I know. I see what they're saying. I don't know. What's the rumor?
I mean, there's a darker theory, but I don't want to get into that.
Oh man, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
In 2011, scientists named a newly discovered mushroom Spongiforma squarepensilla.
Yeah, I remember that happening.
Yeah.
And there you go. That
All
is
right.
the conclusion of SpongeBob. We have done it.
We've done it.
We have
Toss
done
it
it.
out.
There it is.
It's leaving the list of topics.
It is. Go ahead, Matt.
Obscure facts. Oh, man, right up my alley here tonight.
Wow.
Are you guys aware that there is a movie and it is called 100 Years? It is marketed as the movie you will never see. It is a real short film. It has been completed. And it has an intentionally absurd release date of November 18th, 2115. It was filmed in 2015, so 2115 is 100 years later. It was directed by Robert Rodriguez, and it was written by and stars John Malkovich. The plot is secret, but it is believed to be an experimental science fiction short concerning an imagined future. Now, it's part publicity stunt. It was commissioned by Louis XIII Cognac, whose production process spans roughly 100 years. The 100-year delay is essentially an elaborate luxury brand marketing concept tied to that aging process. The film is reportedly sealed inside a specially constructed bulletproof time lock safe that will open automatically on November 18th, 2115, the date of the premiere. About 1,000 invited guests have received metal tickets that are intended for them to be passed down to their descendants so that they can attend the eventual premiere. Isn't that amazing?
It's unreal.
That is unreal.
This is like how Marty McFly had to send a Western Union letter.
Yeah, like Doc sending a letter
And Back to the Future
Marty.
too.
Yeah,
Now, I remember hearing about this is 11 years ago already for us, and it's like, yeah, it is the movie you'll never see. No one's ever
Yeah.
seen this movie. This is crazy.
no,
All right, that was kind of short. I have one more thing before
course.
we wrap up this episode. Do you guys know what an au pair is?
Yeah.
Right? A young adult who lives with a host family in another country and helps care for the family's children in exchange for room and board and maybe a modest stipend.
Yes.
Well, are you aware of this obscure fact? That I grew up with au pairs in my household? I had two working parents. They worked an awful lot. I had a younger sister, and they needed childcare. And for whatever reason, I wasn't involved in the decision. They would fly in these young women from Austria, and they would live in my basement, which my dad built into like an apartment, and they would take care of us. Crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy that you're a
I
part of this.
remember we had four of them because it would be brief. You know, they would only be there for like a month or 2 months. Two of them were named Krista. One of them was named Gunta,
Nice.
and I think one was Sarah.
With an H?
Something I don't know.
Mm.
I mean, I was young, you know.
That's
At that
that's-
point, he didn't care about names. So
Pure fact, I had au pairs growing up.
Yeah, you're we're learning something every day.
we learn something all the time here.
Oh man,
This is the show.
this is the show.
This is the show.
Well, go ahead and keep on talking, Matt.
Well, guys, thanks for listening. We are three one-hit wonders, and we are cooking up every Monday morning at 6:30 a.m. Eastern on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere else you get your podcasts. Find us on YouTube at 3 Eggs Are Better Than One. The number 3, the letter R, the number 1. Subscribe and comment. Follow us on X, Blue Sky, Instagram, and TikTok at 3 Eggs Are Better, the number 3, the letter R. And our individual accounts at Yes Man Brad, at B Hirems, and I am at Purple Shirt Guy Without the I, and I have to keep talking because I've got the omelet next week, and it is called Volume 2. And it is going to be about things in our world, in our life, that had a part 1 with an expected part 2 that never came to fruition. So a little homework if you guys want to participate.
I don't understand.
So
Like you
let's
thought there
say,
would be a sequel.
yeah,
like a
let's
movie.
say, they made, Superman Volume 1, and then there was never a Superman Volume 2.
All right, I got some thinking to do.
Yeah.
I already have a couple in my head.
Volume 2.
All right, Bryant, take us home.
Thank you guys for joining us this week. We hope you guys had some laughs. We hope you found some new maybe songs you guys want to put on your playlist. And like we said, you're learning new stuff about us every week. Keep coming back. We'll keep telling you some more things. Keep learning a little more about us. So, big timer's been set. We'll see you guys next week.